Alberta is now leading Canada in economic growth. We are projected to see an expansion of our economy of 6.5% to 7% this year. We are projected by pretty much all of the economists to be leading Canada in growth again next year. We are second only to British Columbia in job growth. We've seen 90,000 net new jobs created in Alberta since the beginning of this year, 65,000 in the past 3 months alone. Last month, Stats Can reported a decline of nearly 0.5% in the unemployment rate in Alberta. And that's impressive and exciting news. But underneath it is something that is, I think, a real inflection point in Alberta's economic history right now. Now, some might say, well, this is just because commodity prices are back. And that sure does help. By the way, to all of those who have spent their time lobbying to shut down the oil and gas industry, to landlock Alberta energy, against pipelines, to the David Suzukis of the world who seem to be rationalizing eco-terrorism and violence, to all of those voices, what we see now in the global economy is a scarcity of the kind of energy that we produce here in Alberta. As prices go up, that's why prices are increasing, and durably so. We have billions of people in the developing world living in energy poverty, and increasingly, hundreds of millions of people in places like Europe who may be challenged by energy poverty as well. And more, those who have been campaigning against the kind of energy we responsibly develop understand that they actually need it. Amongst them, President Biden, who canceled the Keystone XL pipeline, but is now begging the OPEC dictatorships to produce and ship more energy. You can hardly make this up. Keystone would have shipped 840,000 barrels a day of Alberta heavy to US refineries. They killed that in its tracks, and I'm sorry, that shut down a lot of jobs building that pipeline in rural Alberta. And now the US is importing exactly that quantity of oil, 840,000 barrels a day, from Vladimir Putin's Russia. And a lot of that money is used to spread conflict and violence around the world. It doesn't make any sense. But this recovery in prices, I think, reaffirms what we Albertans have always known, that the world does need our energy. And we must, of course, rise to the environmental challenge as we are doing.